We've got Ruchir Agarwal, who is Director of Finance at Mazagon Dock Shipbuilders, joining us this morning. Ruchir, we're going to speak about several aspects on this conversation, but before we do, your view on the current geopolitical landscape, because we heard over the weekend that there was a dramatic and quite spectacular military action that was done by the US in Venezuela, and this is just one in many that has taken place. So from the perspective of an industry that is catering to India and now increasingly looking beyond our shores, what does that mean for you as a company?
Good morning, viewers. Yes, this is a very important development which is taking place in South America. And with the availability of crude, if everything goes well and availability of crude is there, I think there will be more requirement of tankers coming in. And being a very heavy crude which is to come from Venezuela, the technology will also play a part, and also how to bring that oil, because that will need to be diluted. Otherwise, it cannot be shipped in the present infrastructure tanker. So that has to be planned. Now, first of all, it has to be seen that how the things in Venezuela finalizes, and how much crude availability is there. Because since there was a disruption in crude evacuation, I think it will take some time, a year or so, till the time the crude evacuation starts from Venezuela.
Mr. Agarwal, a very good morning, Tamanna, and thank you so much for your time and your perspective on what is happening in Venezuela. We spoke about it from the oil extraction point of view, but from an overview of a defense perspective, does this bolster demand for the entire sector as well? Even as incidents like these have happened, we saw the kind of strikes that took place, the equipment which was used, what Russia will and will not do in the next few days will be seen. Do you see, as overall globally and from an India perspective, this is a boost to maybe shoring up our defense capabilities?
I think I am not the right person for this strategical decision about the war between US and Venezuela. But we are primarily making the ships and submarines for Navy. And if Navy, our Indian Navy, is of the view that they should boost up their production based on the development which is taking place worldwide, then probably we will be getting some orders and we will be executing them.
Okay. And is the Mr. Agarwal, good morning, Neeraj here. Would it be a predictable linear pace of order inflow from here, or is it difficult to predict that right now?
I think it is very difficult to predict right now, because seeing the size between US and Venezuela, I think we are quite premature to discuss on that issue.
Okay, now, just some highlights. I understand you are in a silent period, so therefore we will not talk too many numbers, but we can talk about strategic initiatives, I believe, and this whole thing about commercial shipbuilding as well. And there were some updates that you gave at the end of the quarter two on call too. I presume some of it will happen in quarter three as well, but some idea about that, and what is the roadmap in 2026 with Colombo in mind and everything else?
Now, Colombo, we will be on the board by, say, next 1.5 months, and we will be seeing how we strategically unite and see that we work together. As far as the shipbuilding industry is concerned, yes, we are there, and we are looking to the policies and see that how we can consolidate and bring something on the table, and which is required by oil companies and other commercial organizations in India. So it is on the drawing board right now, and let's see what happens in the next 5 to 6 months in this regard.
But Mr. Agarwal, just pressing that a bit, could it become materially large in the next 2 years?
Yeah, the investment we expect should be more than around 15,000 crores if we are there. And then that would be big investment. And we have to see that orders keep coming in, not only from India and outside, so that we are the IRR on that investment is also viable.
Just trying to understand, sir, that this government outlay and the plan that they have for 44,700 crores to boost up the shipbuilding industry as a whole, what is the size of potential or size of deals potentially for your company, and how are you positioned there? Because obviously this is one big figure which will take place and the outlays will be over a expanse of time. But what is the opportunity for you as it stands?
What investment figure I told is for the construction of a dockyard that can construct a VLCC or say VLGC size commercial vessels or some other commercial vessels which are of bigger size and which India requires to become an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Now, this is the investment we project to invest in the upcoming ship clusters. And we have to see how the orders are coming, because that will depend upon the commercial organizations which are coming in for construction of ships, and then it will decide what will be our margins and IRR on our investment. So we are getting ready, and we are in search of the suitable partner also who can pass on the technical know-how for construction of large ships. And I think it will take at least 5-6 months before we finalize and come up to some concrete solution for our
in this calendar year. In this calendar year, we would see some specifics coming in.
Yeah, I also expect the same.
Okay. Now, do you have 3 large orders, which and these potential orders which we've been talking about 1.5 lakh crore altogether. When are you expecting to finalize these?
I think it should be one of these should finalize before March, and other should come in the next year.
Do you expect revenue inflows to be more stable in the next couple of quarters? And I'm not asking you about specific financials, because it is a lumpy business. So I'm not asking about specific financials in your silent period. But do you expect some of those revenue inflows to come in for the next 6 months?
No, it will be too premature to say that the revenues will start coming in, because initially when the contract is awarded, it largely goes towards design and planning. So I don't think we will be booking any VOP in the next 6 months, but let's see how fast we execute and how the VOP flows in our P&L.
Mr. Agarwal, we've spent a large part of this conversation speaking about the opportunities in the defense space, and I know that you spoke about tankers and the movement of crude, etc. But I'm just trying to understand directionally the mix between defense versus non-defense for you, and how does that pan out in the medium to long term? In the medium term, and here I'm referring, let me enumerate that as well. We're talking about 2 to 3 years being the medium term.
Yeah, we are fully equipped to make defense Navy ships or submarines. But if we have to make large commercial vessels, then we will be requiring a new dockyard facility, for which we are looking for places, suitable places, and a tie-up. Let's see how it works out. It will take some time, as I said. We are working on it.
Got it. Okay. We will leave it at that. Mr. Agarwal, thank you so much for taking the time out, and all the best for the quarterly numbers. We'll, of course, look forward to talk to you post your numbers. But
thank you very much.
Yeah, we continue.